Hello there. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. This is June the 11th. This video is coming out immediately, okay? I do not care. This video is coming out immediately because this is probably the most hyped I've ever been for a game release. Because today we've just had this. This thing dropped on us. This is the gameplay trailer for City Skylines 2. And I've watched it, but I wanted to do a bit of analysis onto what we see. I'm not a seasoned veteran of City Skylines. You know that I play it. I have done a few videos on it, but I'm not a seasoned veteran about the game or anything like that. However, this is gonna get me hooked. If it is actually as good as it looks and as the things look as well, because the UI and everything, my god. Just to show you one little thing, I cannot show it. Oh, this is interesting. It doesn't let me show it. There we go. So, as you can see, I have pre-ordered City Skylines 2 because this thing looks insane. So, let's get into it. This is already a massive line, okay? Just that little fact here. All footage captured in game, because the first trailer, you could have been like, is this actually legit? Like, they've used another engine to do this. A lot of games do it, so, you know, they've just used cinematic footage and some things like that. It's not what the game is going to look like. This tells you that this is what the game is looking like. Oh boy. And here we go. And immediately here, also, this is a highway, right? This looks great. There are a few things that I'm noting that are a bit odd, but that's just, you know, some things that we probably cannot fix anyway. This sidewalk here. If this... I don't know if this part is a highway, but having a sidewalk would make it very weird. In a highway, you don't have sidewalks, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know why this is here, but that's just a nitpick. But again, at a 35 speed, this probably isn't actually a highway. This road right here is probably not a highway. I do think that it's not because of the yellow line as well. I don't know how highways look in, you know, other countries. I live in France, so I don't know how they look like. This may not be a highway, so this could make sense. It's a nitpick, but first thing, this looks insane. Like, immediately, this looks great. You know, I'm full in the quality. This is 4K. But, like, this looks great. Let's go a little bit further. So, again, this is very... I was about to say symmetrical, but no, that's not the case. But it's quite close to it. Things are looking quite nice. And the road is looking quite good as well. This little thing down here, though, looks a bit odd. These two cars down there. This is just... you know, still how the game's gonna operate. So this is fine. And again, this photo right here, my word, you're gonna be able to have some good looking cinematic shots. Like, my word, this is good looking. I am quite enjoying looking at this. Like, just looking at it. Just look at this image and tell yourself that this is how the game's gonna look like at the highest graphics. But this is what the games could look like. Insanely good looking for, you know, it's a simulation. You would expect good graphics, but the first thing that you're looking for in a game like this is good mechanics. And for the game to really work. But since they made that on the first one, they feel comfortable now in their mechanics. They're adding on top of them, but at the same time, they're also just creating it on an engine that looks like this now. And it looks great for a simulation game. I like that, by the way, just showing the types of buildings you can have. And a road like this is also quite interesting. Having the trains going like this is quite nice looking. I enjoy seeing this like that with the crossing, as you can see here. This is quite nice. That roundabout is also looking very good with also a little thing that I didn't actually note. Look at the color of the road. Look at the color of the road. You have some lighter parts of the road that show you where people move the most on the road. That is insane attention to detail, because that would normally happen on a normal road. It wouldn't be as high of demarcation as this, but it would still be there. Insane attention to detail. And same here. You have one. Sorry, I'm going to go back a little bit. You have a roundabout with a tramway going through it. This is a thing that happens, yeah. You can do it with buses, I guess, as well. I would hope. The one thing that I find weird is a car going through the tramway trail here. Okay. Because I mean, is this both tram and road? Because that would be weird. Because if you look at the side here, you only have parked cars. I don't know. That looks a bit odd. But we'll see whenever we get more info on all that. I like this part here. If you look here, there's a massive parking space right in here. And I'm going to guess that this is either a university or something like that. I don't know. I'm thinking it's a university right here, you know, with a massive campus around it. Yeah, could work. But look at the lighting as well. Huh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that is definitely looking good. Every roundabout, every district, city. And then showing you a wide spot like this is great. And yeah, showing what you can do in a city like this is very nice. And is nothing without you. Yup. And here we go. First look at the new UI. So, it looks like there's going to be more options for terrain. They're going to be basically the same, but I like the fact that now brush size and brush strength are a little bit differently put together here. But let's look under in the UI. The first thing that should strike is this. This thing down here. This is the first thing that should strike you. Because there are not 3 bars, but 6. Now, this could just be residential, high residential, commercial, high commercial, and then industrial and office. However, I do not think that's the case. We will see just later why I'm thinking that. But yeah, the rest is just there. It's quite nice. I like that. It's just the fact that now everyone's going for more minimalistic designs like these. And then you have this thing. Oh boy. Look at this. So now you can choose exact elevation on the meter. You have a lot more tools for snapping and also another tool for making a grid, it looks like. So that's quite nice. That's quite nice. Yeah. Let's move forward a bit more. Look at this. Again, all of those have a roundabout, by the way. They're not just like a crossing with like a straight line going through. They're all small roundabouts. That is sweet. And would that create a roundabout? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it is creating a roundabout. It's just looking like a crossing. Okay. But still, that looks quite good. And oh, inside. Oh, that is something. If you look at the corners of the roundabout, you cannot actually build anything in them. Look at this. Look at this. You cannot actually build anything in this part. So every round edge is actually a place that you cannot build again. So that's nice, but it's also even more precise for the roundabouts now. Let's look at the roads. And I see something quite nice. This little thing right here. A double lane and then a triple lane. One way. Okay, quite sweet. I think this is actually also for multiple types of transportation, but I'm not sure about this because I can't see the 3 icons under, but I don't know what that would mean. But I maybe am overanalyzing stuff like this, but it's quite interesting, so. Yep. Okay, and here we go. This is why I am not thinking that this is actually what's going on. If you look under here, you have 3 bars with 3 different types of residential. So I'm thinking we have low, medium, and high density for the buildings now when it comes to residential areas. You can also immediately choose a theme, it looks like. And then other than that, the tool mode is staying the same. So that's quite okay, I will say. Sorry, I moved down. Wait, I can move down here? What the fuck? I'm full screen. This is a thing now? I didn't even know. Anyway, yeah. So you can create a full big skyscraper and everything now. Quite nice. Residential suitability. Network color, good, bad. So the roads now have a network color for residential suitability. Ground pollution as well, of course, still. Residential signature buildings, building color is pink. So it's these guys down here. I still do think that we only have 3 main building types and then some other ones, but we'll see how this goes exactly in the game. Look at this, yeah, this is moving quite fast, but this is office. Okay, so this is an office. As we can see here, office, it's said. Okay. So office spaces are now in purple/magenta. Okay, good to know. So they are now separate from industrial buildings altogether. Good to know. Office suitability, you have small roads that are not suited for it. Look at it. These 2 small roads here, not suited for office buildings. There's a road in the middle here that is also not suited for it. I'm guessing it's the small roads because, you know, office would require some space because they're massive. So, yeah, okay. And let's look at the roads here. There are multiple systems in the road here. As you can see, there's a train track going through. This is a highway, and this is a way in and a way out of the highway like this here. Okay. I'm going to guess that this is a junction highway, so you have another one going through here. I also can see that there is a problem with your sewage here. Gotta be careful about that. But yeah, 20-meter elevation. So this goes 20 meter high up in the air. Damn, that's high. I'm not sure about that. But highways have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lanes, it looks like. Okay. 5 lanes is more than enough normally in the game. Should be. Let's look at the other stuff now. Oh, yeah, lens flare. And that double bridge. Extension wing. Whoa, that's a high price. Upkeep 75,000 per month. What the hell? That is a high upkeep. Extension to facilities at the house is even more classrooms and lecture halls. Okay, so it's for 500 student capacity. I'm gonna guess it makes it better. The building quality as well. I would hope. University upkeep 200,000 a month. I hope money is changed. For a price like this, I hope money is changed. Okay. Dropout rate 1%. So now there's dropouts. Okay. Alright. Move forward a bit more. Ooh. Okay, so when you want to place a building, you will see which buildings it is actually reaching, I guess. I don't know what that is, though. It looks like it's a police station. Because it's in the police thing here. So it looks like it's a police station. This is a tram track, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely trams. It looks like a tram track, yeah. So this is the building for a tram track. And look at it, it's massive. Wow. And then you can see a full line again, just like in City Skylines 1, but better, I would say. I prefer that a little bit. Okay. You know, yes, when you go close like this, it'll look a little bit unpolished and things like this. But it makes sense. It makes sense, you guys, because you're not supposed to look at it that way. You're not supposed to look at it from this close. So, of course, here you can see that the textures are meh. But it doesn't matter, because what you will be seeing is an overhead view from like 50 feet. So it won't look like this. It'll look a lot more polished. See, this is what you're supposed to look at. Does this look like the textures are, you know, blocky or anything like that? No, they look more than fine. And so for each, this is always still the same thing here, which is nice. It looks like they take out young adults and adults and just put them together in adults. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. And this is a massive coal power plant. Like, this is a coal power plant. Just think about that. This massive building here is a coal power plant. Sure. Air pollution. There's something about air pollution now. Look at this. Average air pollution, 12%. So you have three rows here for air pollution. You can see the production that they make as well, and pollution on the ground, the air as well. Wind speed and direction, so you can see that the wind is going through here now with the... Okay. And just looking at the street, this is a two-way that goes into a one here. This is a highway, double wide highway, because that is one of the things that I could see here. And it goes highway and then with a road right next to it that then crosses. A small road goes in here. Oh, it's a junction, actually, for the highway, from what I can see. Okay. Interesting. All those things that I'm seeing is just what you can do with a road still. It doesn't look that different. Just the double wide is something that they've put in the game naturally now, I think. Hello. Police. So this is the police. Yeah, this is the police view. It looks nice. It looks very nice, actually. Yeah. Police coverage, bad for all those roads here, because they probably didn't put any. Average crime probability, 29%. That's in the green. That's in the green. Okay, interesting. Okay. There are a lot of things to look at if you look here. Oh, there's a traffic flow for time as well. Right, that's one of the things I didn't look at. Look at this down there. There's a time. Like, there's a time plus a date, an extra date. So everything now is going to matter when it comes to the time as well, because it's going to have an impact on the traffic flow. It's not that high, and actually doesn't make that much sense when at noon you're not actually at the highest. Well, you know, around noon to, let's say, 8 p.m. at max. After 8 p.m., it should have a drop in the amount of traffic flow. But, okay, I guess that's not what's happening for now. We'll see with updates and things like that if that's what would happen. Or maybe there are some extra things I'm not knowing about road management and things like that. Who knows? What I can see, though, is that the traffic flow is quite the same. Like, you can see that sometimes there is barely any cars and that you will still be in orange. Like, look at this. Like, there's 2 cars and this is in yellow. Like, here you have cars, but it's in green. So, this still has a few issues to fix. What's that second part, though? Oh, it's traffic volume. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. But let's go forward a bit more. There's forestry buildings still with natural resources, but that's in the game now and not as a DLC. So that's sweet. Yep, here it goes. This looked a bit weird, by the way, down there with the smoke, if you look at it. See, the smoke effects are a little bit odd. But again, not something that you are going to care too much for. Your city is weird a bit when you have 2 fucking football fields, one right next to the other, and then another one right here. That looks a bit odd. Then here you have what? Is that an American football? Yeah, that's American football field. Okay. Sorry, football and soccer for all you Americans. And this is the interesting part too, the changing of the seasons. All right. Changing of the seasons is quite something as well. Airport right here down there as well. And see this image, that is not an image from the game. You know that, okay? But this date is important, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. You can bet your ass I'm going to stream on that day. But still, let's go back to some of the big moments that I get from this. So the first thing is going to be the UI, because I feel like that UI is quite nice. It is minimalistic. If you don't like that style, you will feel like you were, you know, you're a bit shortchanged by it. But I don't mind it. I actually think that this is looking quite good. It's not intrusive or anything. And yeah, it's still quite nice. I don't know how money is gonna be a thing now, because things look like they are much more expensive, much more than before. So then the big thing as well is for all the zones now, the different types of zones that you can have. The fact that there's themes in there, and yeah. Other than that, roads are looking to get a bit of a clean new thing added to them with that double Y like this, you know. Yeah, look at this. Parallel mode. This is the one mode here. This is this mode. Parallel mode. So you can make two roads, one next to the other, parallel. Quite sweet. Quite sweet. Of course, bridges are also in there. I don't know if that's going to be on the expansion pack, because I know that there's an expansion pack for bridges as well. That is going to come very soon, after the game is out. Tram lines are still the same. All of this thing here at the top has been changed, which is nice to see. Yeah. It doesn't look like there's more info. Well, maybe a little bit more info, but they'll still probably be the same. You have a photo mode I can see also down here at the right side, just under my cursor here. But yeah, this is still looking quite nice, man. So there it is. What do I think of this? I pre-ordered it. What do you think I'm thinking about? I think that this is absolutely brilliant. And so, with this, I don't got anything else to say other than October 24th cannot come any faster. Like, this is any sooner. Sorry, faster? I mean, I wanted to come fast. Like, please. Also, it's going to be 2 days before my actual birthday. So, you know, it's a little treat. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this. This was a little impromptu video that is just immediately going out because I just thought about this. Because I've looked at this and I'm like, this is a game that I want to play on this channel anyway. So, why not look at this together and analyze it a bit. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care.